Hello everyone, this is SpeakerLove19, and today we're going to be talking about different types of audio waves. This is a sine wave, a perfect, clean sine wave. It's basically an audio wave. See how the clean waveform, and it's very clean, no distortion at all, unless I turn up the gains. I'm using Audacity. It's very clean. It's a 30 hertz sine wave, and if you just turn the volume up on this and hit play. Whoa. You can hear that 30 hertz sine wave. So you can actually hear the 30 hertz. So this is basically a sine wave, and you can hear how clean that is, except for the port noise coming off my speakers. But this nice, clean waveform, and it's generally, it's the best wave, technically, and is a 30 hertz sine wave. Next wave we have is and this is one of the worst waves, a square wave. Now if we zoom in, that compared to a sine wave, which is this, it's a nice clean waveform. The square wave is the bad guy here. Because and this is called clipping. Because the wave is very completely dirty, it now has a square. It's not even a sine wave anymore. And this is a typical sine wave, but this is a square wave. Do not want that. So this is how a square wave sounds. Hear that? Not very good. It can be bad for speakers. It can damage them more than overpowering can damage speakers. If you have an underpowered amp that clips a lot when you turn it up all the way, it'll clip and it'll damage the speakers more than overpowering does. Now basically, you don't want these kinds of waves coming through your speakers because it can cause severe damage, more severe than overpowering. Now in most cases, sine waves are completely flossless. They don't have any flaws. But except when you turn the gain up, there's a little bit of distortion. It turns that sine wave into a square wave when doesn't show it's a sine wave on the screen. And sometimes, and actually always, shorter waves will have a much more energy than the longer waves. So say we can generate, let's generate a 1 hertz tone. This is 1 hertz. It's very, very, very slow. Very, very low frequency. You can't hear it, but you can definitely, if you have speakers like these, then you can see the cones moving. Now basically I have to, just going to turn it down there. This is a 1, oh, sorry, that's 30 hertz. We're going to turn that down, and we're going to do the 1 hertz test. Turn the gains down. And I'm definitely going to turn that down. It's just completely 1 hertz. Now if we can zoom up into the audio waveform, you can see very closely the low energy wave that this has. So it's this one right here. If you look at it, that's what it's going to be doing. And so we can zoom out. That is the audio wave. Now this is a sine wave. And it's, see how clean that is. No flaws at all. Even audio tracks, like, for example, well, we all know those really bassy songs, right? There's really, really crappy bassy songs. Well, they also have sine waves, too. For example, you can see a very clean sine wave in a bass song, like a bass test song. Watch this. It's a 20 hertz sine wave, so. See how clean that is? It's just nice and clean. And it's basically, it's more towards like 50 hertz, probably, I guess.
2, 3, 3, 3, more bass.
Now you actually can zoom up to the sine wave, and you can see very closely that sine wave.
There are 3 kinds of bass.
That's actually the sine wave that's playing right now on the song. Now say we were able to remove the all of the bass from that song, then actually we would have much shorter waves because we would be getting more energy because it's a much higher frequency. And our radio frequencies and stuff will actually be more have more energy than just speaker frequency that the speaker can produce. So basically we can go ahead and go to the equalization, mute all the bass frequencies. So basically we're actually be using the graphic EQ, mute all those bass frequencies, because so we can hear the higher frequencies to see what's like with more energy. Now graphic equalizer is pretty much the same thing as it pretty much has the same exact sine waves, but we're gonna just boost the treble on this song a little bit so you guys can hear the treble. And we're going to do it all the way down to 100 hertz and up, so you're going to hear 100 hertz and up in the song. And it's actually going to be, odd because the energy waves are going to be much bigger, or much shorter because they have more energy, because it's a higher frequency. So 1000 hertz and up of a bass song. Just go wait for it to, I'll just pause the camera for you. So you look very closely here. This is a very, very, very short waves. So basically, you can zoom in. Look how short those waves are. Very, very, very short waves, so they have much lower energy. And it's high frequencies. So if you listen very closely, listen out. Slight 20 hertz. And you can only hear 1000 hertz and up. Now, basically it's a very slight 20 hertz. So basically, that's the sine waves in the song, and very, very, very short. Now if we can change the equalization, and we can go down to, if we go down to the equalization here, and we mute every single one of the high frequencies, or the, yeah, I was saying that right. The sine waves are very short, so it's there's more energy when the frequency waves are short. Now, the biggest waves are gamma rays, which are used in explosions. So basically, those are the highest frequency waves, and so these have a lot of energy, a lot of energy to cause explosions. Now, basically, this is audio waves we're talking about, and then there's also radio waves, which are measured in megahertz, and they would be measured in hertz, but they would be really small format. So basically, we can mute all the high frequencies, and we can do the lows, and this includes 20 hertz and up. So basically, we can do. Let's cut it off at 61 hertz for the low pass. Now, basically, you can see that wave coming up on the graphic equalizer. So basically, you can just turn everything all the way up, so we can give it a little bit of lows. Now, you're not going to hear much lows because I have my bass turned down all the way and my treble turned up all the way on my Sermon Vegas, mainly because of issues with the sound. Now, basically, it's going to be a lot longer waves and a lot longer and less energy because it's such a low frequency that we can't hear. And so it's anything pretty much 100 hertz and below. We can kind of hear, but not much. Now, basically, anything below 20, the human range usually hears from 20 to 20,000 hertz. Now, basically, we can't hear anything below 20 hertz, and we can't hear anything above 25,000 hertz. And basically, what it's doing now is it's performing the equalization for the low frequencies. So basically, it's just a nice, clean sine wave. And you do not want square waves like that because, like I said earlier in the video, it can cause clipping. Now, basically, we're just generating that there. I love Audacity. And basically, you can see the 20 hertz. Now, if you look at the that, the speaker cone actually moves along with the song. So basically, the frequencies make the speaker cone move, and so basically, the frequencies are being sent to the voice coil of the speaker cone, which is in the electromagnet, and basically it's attached to the cone, and basically it moves the cone, so it vibrates. So that's a brief explanation about sine waves and different types of waves and stuff.